But I agree that intellectuals may like to think of themselves as people who speak truth to power, but too often they're people who speak lies to gain power. That's certainly true. But again, I tend to attribute more to stupidity than malice. I think people get arrogant, and arrogance is the biggest problem. Why don't you want people to do their own research? Like you said about you should do your own research. I just don't think that necessarily your own research is complete. So I'm not going to pretend that I know everything. Let's be clear about this. I do not think that you can abandon all heuristics in order to know everything. I don't think that's possible. We all use shortcuts. We all use heuristic shortcuts, and that very often means you rely on an expert. So you bring your car into the mechanic. Your mechanic says, you've got a broken carburetor. You're like, I don't know anything about cars, but I really doubt what you're saying right now. I'm going to go learn everything I can about cars. You have to, at a certain point, engage in a little bit of comparative advantage and say, well, I theoretically could spend the next several years figuring out if my carburetor is broken, or I could just give you $100 to fix the carburetor. That sort of stuff happens all the time. And there come times when, for example, you're in the middle of a COVID lockdown where suddenly the costs to rely on the experts are so high that you, of course, have to gain an extraordinary amount of knowledge in an area you didn't previously think about, because trusting people who are giving you very onerous conclusions is not, in fact, the best way of going about things. But I'm not going to say that's true for every single thing. Okay, what else? Somebody here's got to be looking up fluoride. I don't know enough about fluoride to tell you what I'm worried about. I'll be honest with you.